Durk's father explained that after 3 attempts, he was being released on bail for those who were unaware. The judge had no choice but to accept the offer from his lawyers.
At the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son, for the lease for the 3rd time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
The judge consequently took 4 days to render a decision. However, the news source claimed that due to his enormous fortune, Lil Durk would not be permitted to connect. The feds say Lil Durk would need to go completely broke and give up all of his property to be granted bond, as they fear he might use his fortune to place bounties on witnesses, says the website.
Bond for Lil Durk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is, under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Durk. Some of it is from the label, and ultimately Durk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's gonna have tons of assets and money at his disposal.
Response to Durk's bond refusal. Several individuals said, "You don't know anything about this case if you think that his wealth is the reason he was denied bond. Just now, Day's brother found them. They are keeping it a secret in order to surprise Durk's lawyers rather than making it public. I came across some rather alarming evidence files. It is recorded with the new body cam evidence that shows Ted pleading with Durk and the F members to turn against him. The situation has completely changed. A long time ago, Durk's bond request form was filed. Did Ted tell the feds anything? At a nearby convenience shop, police arrested Ted Didi's brother and Durk's primary hitman, who had a handgun in his pants pocket.
Really? Dude had it. What about that? A man had it with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
They were taking Ted to the police station, which was still closed. I swear, I'll tell you everything about the killings. He sobbed as he spoke to the police. He could have avoided jail time, but it was too...
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
I swear to God, I tell you, I'll be crazy.
Ted is seen standing in the waiting cell, crying uncontrollably and declaring his intention to turn on killers he knows have escaped from prison.
You gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 777, what you saying, man?
We're gonna see what we can do for you, all right?
We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
Durk's close friend Bazoo responded live on Instagram. 2 court documents claiming that their family's last name was stolen. Vaney, or D, was seen by all as King Van's relative. D is his brother's name.
I don't know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man, for real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all done threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on for real. My kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate and nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
The jail. But when Vanny is accused of spying on Durk by DJ Academics, things get worse and everyone is confused.
When you see Flacco post something, you almost gotta be like, look at this headline. Lil Durk found out his co-defendant OTM Vonnie, King Von cousin, filed for protective custody when they came to court. Okay. That sounds so crazy. This is why we have streams like this. This is, you know, I'm not gonna get on anybody or anything like that, and I'm not gonna ever say that I haven't, you know, maybe jumped the maybe once in a while, but I definitely do aim to be correct, and I never try to be incorrect out of malice, right? This is why we love to bring up the paperwork and try to explain it, and also increase everyone's knowledge on stuff, because a lot of times these days the headline is way better than the story.
The lack of a relationship when paired with the available data is explained by this. Many people didn't get any updates at all. Since Member Jam supplied the information, over 230 terabytes of digital evidence, including 20,000 pages of reports, audio recordings, and video surveillance, are currently being processed for discovery. The feds believe Durk paid to get these two people dealt with. Number 1, Stephen Mack, who got Durk's brother Dave. Number 2, F. According to the statement filed in court, the discovery that Jam was wearing a wire caused Durk to lose his baby mom. The federal prosecutors allege that Jam was responsible for Durk's imprisonment on all 3 of these offenses. Durk spoke into a wire during this Instagram live when he noticed Jam clinging to the top of his
Hey, give me the check on your man. I heard you got his head. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I was having a dare. Architect. Having a who? I'm having a dare. School's that stuff down.
But Durk had known for months before Jam's arrest that he was acting strangely. Throughout the announcement, Durk said he had been playing 3D chess and was confident Jam would follow suit. It's safe for me to do so. It is likely that people are unaware that you could follow and comprehend me if I spoke to you for just 5 seconds. Durk claims that at his new residence, he no longer shares a residence with anyone, even his pals. The extent of Jam's pain is revealed by his snitching.
Nobody's ever allowed to my house. It be my best friend never been in my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the you gotta watch.
Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, you go too. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
The individuals in the Instagram stream's background offended Jam, who was the beneficiary of Durk's $50,000 award.
What's his name, brother? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
Get in the milk, baby mama get the chicken, bro.
See that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how
that.
y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Not what I want to do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof,
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did all?
And the year I did it now?
Yeah, that's your last bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really just get in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
Federal authorities launched an investigation when the people in the Instagram live video disclosed how close they were to King Von while they were diamond shopping.
Solitary
They
stone.
big fan. We just looked at him, man.
Let's go over there.
You got to be. What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man stepped in.
If congestion is causing Durk to become pinned in yet another predicament, the judge was shown these Instagram stories of Durk laughing the next day and, dang, appearing 30 minutes after Stephen Mack's passing.
What? Tweaking my folks. Hey, somebody always said, it's laugh car. Somebody always said, it's laugh car.
Durk may be able to get out of jail since the prosecution has been erasing his evidence, which will contribute to his victory.
Allegation they backed away from, which is huge. It shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
He claims the inability of the prosecution to use Durk's lyrics is hurting their case, because the authorities no longer even employ the exact evidence that was used against Durk. His lawyer says the allegations are absurd.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ak. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Although they intended to go above and beyond. Attorney Drew is willing to acknowledge that, in light of the accusations, this may not have been the best course of action. Upon being asked if he would consider a plea bargain, Durk allegedly responded, "No, we're going all the way."
You know, likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen like this seems like it's a do or die thing. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it, just entertain it, because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present it to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy commitment case. It's an all or nothing case, and he did not participate in a conspiracy to commit. And so there is no alternative. It's a life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to go to 12 people.
Durk's lawyers are trying to win the case by keeping this information confidential.
First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is...
Online attorneys assert that Durk, like Young Thug, will be released from prison.
We've seen it happen quite a bit. I don't know that I'd say it's been persuasive. I think the biggest example we look at is Young Thug down in Atlanta. They took a lot of his lyrics, and even though technically speaking, ultimately they got a conviction, he actually walked out on time served. Most of the people that were prosecuted didn't end up being convicted, and I don't think anybody would call that prosecution a successful prosecution. And so, you've got freedom of speech issues. Does it mean that just because I'm saying something in a rap song, and it typically is a rap song, does that mean that I actually did something? And this is an extra interesting twist here because Lil Durk's attorney is saying, well, this song was actually released months ago.
He added, this has happened in cases like Gangsters, and that the prosecutors probably don't know about rap culture.
And I'll go out on a limb and say that sometimes prosecutors don't necessarily understand hip-hop culture. It's almost like a text without context. So you got to really understand the time, the place, the audience. Sometimes they might speak in ways that seem direct to somebody that's outside of the culture, but doesn't necessarily, but can mean several things to someone inside the culture. So it would certainly be a flub, big time, right? But it wouldn't be the first time that such a thing has happened where somebody looking through the window, particularly of hip hop culture, doesn't understand what's being said other than their desired use of it.
According to reports, prosecutors delayed Durk's chance of being released on bond to gather last-minute evidence against him for the next hearing. Federal officials recently arrested Brick Baby because they know that hip-hop brings people together. A new informant is rumored to be in the courtroom. According to informants and attorneys, Brick Baby, who was arrested during the last gang probe, intends to flip on rapper Durk. Given that the two arrests occurred simultaneously, they believe Brick Baby will be compelled to provide the federal authorities with all of Durk's information. Brick Baby was most likely apprehended last week during a Rollin' 60s gang operation alongside Big U and Loose Cannon. You can't say Durk never slid for Vaughn because they got Lil Pab, Durk said during a live broadcast 3 years ago, when the feds first requested him to hire him to supply him because of Brick Baby. Brick Baby responded to Durk's incarceration by saying in a live broadcast that he had notified the federal government of Durk's existence.
But was this an attempted hit or
well, you can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
Why?
God.
Like, who died? You can't say that no more. Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pab.
So this is about the...
Oh! What's that? But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
Brick Baby asserts that he is loyal to Quando Rondo and that if Durk had inquired, he would have disclosed his location. The feds also claim to have an outfit and a place similar to Durk's song Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy.
Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been coking if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd up in.
Right.
Or he will eventually be forced to turn on Durk by federal authorities, since they have him under arrest and are bringing significant charges against him. Did you realize, however, that Brick Baby's arrest was allegedly due to Charleston White?
I'm the one that put the feds on Brick Baby. I keep telling y'all didn't think I'd be playing. When Brick Baby went to Houston and was playing on the internet and put that $10,000 stack on his head and indirectly said, hey, I got some money on Charleston's head. And he continued to act like he was pursuing me. I made a federal report. First, I called Houston and made the report to Houston, but I did this through my law enforcement friend. So, not only that, we filed a report with the feds in LA, along with the LA County Police. I swear to God.
Who is ecstatic, who does not think highly of him.
Real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
1818. The fact that Durk's wife, India Royale, was caught cheating just before he was released from prison may surprise you. A report claims that India, Durk's baby mama, was spotted putting her hand on another man's leg during a party. When one of her friends posted images of the video the following morning, India...
Family, do we know you? Yeah, you a grown man. Do y'all remember when men used to like lay concrete, change tires, go to war? Now these niggas on the internet gossiping all day. Like, what's happening?
Became more. Well known on the internet, DJ Academics and 6ix9ine would express their thoughts.
So, alright, so you want to bet 10,000 right now that... hold on,
Durk,
hold on.
Told about some other
We talking about India.
She's a good girl. She's
you met her?
I haven't met her. But,
so why you saying she a good girl? Like
because I hear the drama about everybody's relationship, and I know any rapper who could say something about me and they got a public girl, I could tell you who your girl off when she was mad at you. Like, I know all of that. I've never heard no dirt about her. Just to keep it a beat. Never heard nothing about her, period.
All right, but she gonna be faithful to the trial.
Yes.
Anything after that?
I mean, you never know how it goes. I mean, if somebody, how does it go if somebody's, again, I'm not wishing upon him, but if he gets life, like, how'd that go with your girl? She's supposed to be faithful or no?